It's December 21st, and this is your daily devotion. This is the shortest day of the year. It's also getting really, really close to Christmas when we specifically remember the birth story of Jesus, as we've been doing, especially with the children, each Sunday. My cat is meowing and wanting to be seen. Here's Mittens. Mittens wants to be a part of every story. So Olivia was over the other day, and she began telling birth stories of herself and of pretty much everyone in her family, including her cats and her dogs. And in each case, it was a story that they had been put into a stocking, and then many exciting things happened when they came out of the stocking. And at first I wondered why she was telling all these birth stories of people being put in stockings. And then I realized her dad has just had a birthday. And so he was born so close to Christmas that he was put in a stocking. And they've been telling that birth story. And that seemed like such a good story to her that she thought she would appropriate it for her and for all of her loved ones. And so she had a creative way of appropriating that story. As we consider the birth of Jesus, that is certainly a story we need to appropriate, and it's easy to miss in all of our grand celebrations and our hustle and bustle what it is that we need to appropriate. What is it that Jesus came to teach us and to show us? What is the birth story about? The birth story is the first time, and a pretty powerful time, when we can get a hint of the kind of Savior that Jesus is. And I was just reading a devotion today, and it has a wonderful writing by George MacDonald, who was not only a writer who inspired C.S. Lewis, but also a Scottish pastor who didn't do very well as a pastor because the people thought he was just entirely too much about grace and love and forgiveness and not enough about, coming down and your sin. So this is what George MacDonald says about Jesus the Christ, whose birth we celebrate, and perhaps we will appropriate. How terribly then, says MacDonald, have the theologians misrepresented God? Nearly all of them represent him as a great king on a grand throne, thinking how grand he is and making it his business of being, the business of his being, and the end, the purpose of his universe, to keep up his glory, wielding the bolts of Jupiter against them that take his name in vain. Now, they would not allow this. They wouldn't want you to think this, but follow out what they say, and it comes pretty much to this. Brothers, sisters, have you found our king? There he is, kissing little children and saying they are like God. There he is, at the table, with the head of a fisherman lying on his bosom and somewhat heavy at heart, that even he, the beloved disciple, cannot yet understand him well. The simplest peasant who loves his children and his sheep were, no, not truer, for the other is false, but a true type of our God, beside that monstrosity of a monarch. Jesus, our King, there he is, lying in a manger with sheep and peasants worshiping him, available for people of all walks of life, eager to love them, eager to be loved by them, and giving us a way to not just appropriate, but to embody his birth story, our new birth story, and his life story that starts now and lasts forever. Have a great day.